Don't you hate when that happens?
Hey, good morning.
Good
or good
evening
afternoon.
and good afternoon
evening.
here from beautiful
Oh, no,
South Shore.
I was playing the drums with Howard.
I can't hear nothing.
Teo's in a
Wake
euphoria
up time,
today.
man.
I got to tell you, from 6 months ago today now, look at you and look at you then.
I
Holy
know.
God, you were Walking Dead now. Now you're the happiest kid I know.
It felt so good to be back on a kit. I can't believe it's been like so many years.
Good evening. We are live here in beautiful Apollo Beach. We are Teo, myself, Captain Teo. Tonight we've got some fantastic guests. We're going to ask you. We have a little echo going on. We're going to ask you if you guys can invite your friends and share this on your pages. That way we can help some local businesses in the hood. We also have Andre Ciapetta in the studio with us tonight, and also my friend Mr. James McPeak from South Shore Unlimited. He's here multifaceted. Let me tell you, right off the bat, there aren't many guys that you should kind of know. You're one of those guys someone should know.
Yeah,
I'm just going to put that out there.
You have like everything going on.
You
like
you
a
got
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, yeah. So he's going to join us tonight. We also have the Bizzy Box who's going to be joining us. They're a local vape store that opened up on Route 41, and they also have a craft fair coming up this weekend here in beautiful Apollo Beach. Also joining us.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah. And then sorry about that for the fans that don't condone that, but if you don't know me and my associates.
Hey,
generally
we're
allowed
okay with
me.
it. We're okay with
Thank
it.
you.
It's medical purposes.
And again, we encourage people if they like to have a drink with us, kick back and enjoy the show with us. Now, this is the part that is the tough part. This is our disclaimer. This is the part of the show that we explain to you that this is for entertainment purposes only. We're here to have some fun, give a little local advice, share some fun stories, and a little folklore of our little village that has blown up like you've never seen before. This
out of control.
Apollo Beach, South Shore. There's opportunity here when you look at that way, but you also lose a little bit of that neighborhood and a little bit of that Americana in some respects when you have traffic now to almost 9:30 every night. This has turned into a Brandon, but we're trying to keep it real with local businesses. And our disclaimer here is these are our opinions, not the opinions of Apollo Beach Publishing or Andre's company or my company, or we're all small entrepreneurs here. If you have any questions and you'd like to join the show, please join us. So tonight, what do you got there, Teo?
Man, I don't know. A good cigar. And, I was kind of frustrated. It took me a while to get to the studio tonight because, I got cut off by this South Shore cleaning van.
So,
and
they're like the Flash.
They were pulling a U-turn, but there was an accident on the boulevard, and they need to get over. And so I stopped and waved at him, and I don't think Todd recognized me.
Well, you know what?
I wasn't driving the minivan because I'm driving the new barn find truck that is running, driving really well.
It's amazing that every car you drive just instantly puts an impression in the town in 10 days.
Oh, I know. It's like when I was driving, people were like, "What the hell? You're driving a minivan?" It's like, and the Corvette was like everyone knew the Vet, and the Harley because it's like that was unique, and then and now my truck, which there's like 0 in like Florida. There's like 3 in the state of Florida.
There's a lot of parts though for them scattered all over Florida though. You're finding.
Yeah, Junkyard Central.
He's on a scavenger hunt. He's got. I joked with him. The $6 million convertible pickup.
Yeah,
and we can rebuild it. So. With us tonight, we're also live. Who's with us? They're there now.
We got somebody on the screen.
Bizzy Box, you there?
He'll introduce you.
And they're out.
They don't hear us.
All right.
Well, I'm sure he'll be in and out. He'll be in and out.
All right, hey, how you guys doing, man? Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, not you, dude.
No,
we can't hear him though.
I can't hear. Where I got?
All right. We can hear
you
there
a
little bit.
How we doing?
Yeah. Good, man. How's everything at the Bizzy Box? What you guys got going on today?
I'm gonna need you to...
it's absolutely beautiful out. I mean, that's just the front of it. We got a little.
Is there any way you can spin your camera around?
Say again.
Is there any way you can spin your camera around?
I was looking to do that. I don't see how I can do that.
Yeah, it's in the sun. All right.
I mean, there's a rotation on your screen. It should let you take the picture from the other direction. We're looking at your ear now, sir.
Oh, did I do it? No.
No.
Local businesses. Local businesses.
Keeping it real.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's okay.
Try to do this, I guess. How's your
We don't have an IT department either.
I know.
It's all good.
I wish we knew a computer guy. Oh,
Well,
wait.
I happen to see one.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
All right.
All right. How's it going? Tell me a little bit about Bizzy
Is
Box.
that better?
Much better. Now you can walk around the store and pretend we're a
like it.
customer.
All right, we're pretending they're customers. So this is manager Belinda.
Hello,
My
Belinda.
employees Yaz over here. This is just the POS, and then we got tobacco products.
Now,
And then we
you
have
don't
some
sell packaged
vape
cigarettes.
pens. We got some THC flour, some pre-rolls. We got all kinds of wraps. Kratom, which is a big ordeal. Pills and powder. And then we just have
Pills, powder,
paraphernalia.
and what?
And then
Pre-rolls too?
You said
just
pre-roll.
like trays, lighters. We got some Bizzy Box koozies.
Can we revert back to the pre-rolls?
What's that?
Can we revert back to the pre-rolls and THCA
Sure,
product?
right here.
All right.
So this comes from the warehouse in Tampa Bay. Zaza, sativa, and then there's indica. Or this is hybrid, I believe.
Okay.
Now, you're
hybrid.
not a dispensary. You're not a dispensary.
What's
correct?
that?
You're not a dispensary, correct?
No, it's not a dispensary. THCA is legal in Florida.
I understand
Okay.
that. I'm just trying to clarify that with
Hear me,
our
Howard?
people watching.
Yes. So THCA is legal in Florida as long as you got a COA for everything.
Okay.
And so now people can go to your shop. You sell hookah products,
Yes.
and then they can get their rolling papers.
Yep. We
And,
got rolling.
they can
There's
pick
all
up their-
kinds of rolling papers. We got Blazing Susan. I got plenty of
The
raw.
Goji ones?
Yeah, we were
got
going to
some,
discuss that.
Water bongs. Some
So how long
bowls,
have you been there for?
some grinders.
I could use a new grinder.
How long have you been there for?
Don't we all?
Saturday will be 1 year. I got my 1 year anniversary. We have 19 vendors going to be here, and I have live music and a cornhole tournament.
Cornhole does it.
Oh, Cheeto. We got to get Cheeto over there.
Wow.
He'll like, Cheeto's on my team.
Yeah, right.
I got a ringer.
Ringer.
Well, I'll play.
What time is the event this week?
Say again, sir.
What time's the event this week?
The vendors start at 10 o'clock, and then music starts at 12.
Cool.
Okay.
Until?
12 to 5.
And tell everyone your location.
2131 U.S. Highway 41, Ruskin, Florida.
If for anyone that needs to know a little bit more of a landmark of where
So
that
is that
is,
like
it's
a
right by
cross from
Beanie's.
It's
right
across.
by
It's
Beanie's.
right across from
Yeah.
Beanie's,
Right
right?
across
Yep.
from Beanie's.
Kitty
I've been to
corner
Beanie's
from
once.
Beanie's
Been there
sports bar.
twice. Now, do you
Okay.
sell coils at your place?
What's that?
You sell vape coils as well?
Yep, right there.
And you have juices. Do you carry the salts and the liquids?
Yeah, I have some liquids, but
How come
for
it
some
sounds like
reason,
everybody's talking over each other?
it's not a big seller for some reason. I don't know. Mostly, so Raz is number 1, Geek Bar is number 2, and then Off Stamp.
Now, in the beginning of the video, you also mentioned powders and
Yes, that's Kratom.
kratom.
You want to explain to people what kratom is?
They got stuff that'll lift you up, stuff that'll help you sleep, and some that'll just make you relax and go about your day.
On a
lot of
legal
the
level.
green
On a
gives
legalized level.
Yeah.
Even federal,
Say again.
military.
Now, do you have any kind of programs or deals going on for this? Thing
Yeah,
you got
20.
going?
Yeah, Saturday will be 20% off.
20% off all your vices, guys.
Nice. We'll have to
Man.
come over.
All your vices get 20% off. That's a pretty good deal when you wake
That
up in the
is.
morning. First
Yeah,
of all, we get to
well,
wake
I
up
mean,
in beautiful
1 year
Apollo Beach.
anniversary, so got to give them a deal for everybody that supported me.
There you go, and congratulations on 1
Yes.
year of being in business.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Congrats.
And then on Fridays, I do first responders and military automatic 10% off.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's cool. Thank you for doing that.
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your first event went over pretty well. This one I think will do very well too. And plus the weather's going to be phenomenal.
Right. Last time we had 16 vendors. This time we have 19.
Okay.
And you can walk. It's if you're going anywhere that day, you can zip in and zip out of that place.
Right.
Within 10, 15 minutes and check everything out. You don't have to spend the week there. And it's literally 7 minutes, 8 minutes from all of our houses.
Yeah. That's cool.
And that's another local South Shore business that started up. Thanks for joining us. Andre and I are going to have to do a remote there and visit and,
Oh yeah.
and spend a few dollars there.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, come in anytime.
And thanks for supporting the show. You're welcome to watch the show and check these guys out. Joanne's got she's got your logo. We're going to have it running on the back of the show behind us, running behind us. There you go. I can't see what you're saying. It's probably somewhere like there.
Yep.
Very cool. And then the live music we have is Forrest that is played in at Salty Shamrock. He's played at Lazy Gator. He's played at Beanie's. He plays all kinds of music from
Who's this guy?
Nirvana to Rolling Stones to Led Zeppelin.
Oh, cool.
Who's this guy?
His name is Forrest. He used to play in a actual, I don't know the name, heavy metal band. He's toured around. Now he just lives here in Ruskin and just chills out and plays.
Then he should check into my Monday show.
Yeah, I definitely hook him up with it. Yeah, he's very talented. Pretty awesome
That's good
voice.
to hear.
Yeah.
And any events that you have in the future, make sure you come on the show. And thanks for supporting. And
yeah, we appreciate you.
And
yeah,
keep
no, I
putting your ads
appreciate
up
you
and-
guys.
Hey, man, we live here. That's all I said.
Now wait, there's a food truck in front.
Yeah.
Do you have a food truck
You had
in
a new
front of
one
you,
popping.
right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're just waiting for. I'm gonna come back out here. They're just
Because
waiting
we-
for their inspection. It's brand new. Delivered Casina Filipina. So it's two Vietnamese ladies, and it looks like they're gonna have noodles and pork, seafood.
Andre, I think you're gonna have to dump the Cuban sandwiches and go straight to Bo.
I believe he actually had a Cuban sandwich thing there. For
Well,
a little
was
bit.
there like the Cajun barbecue or the
Something.
Cajun place was there,
I
right?
thought the Philly cheesesteak guy was there.
Oh, he's at the rental.
Yeah, I
place
know
at,
Ken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had good food, but Ken got a promotion with the real estate company, so he had to kind of put it on the back burner.
Oh, okay.
Literally. Well, we're having some technical
Yeah, no, I
difficulties.
appreciate you guys. This was very, very cool.
Thank you. We'll catch up with you soon. And then who else? We're going to take a break in about a second. And then we're
Yeah.
going to get with James McPeak, and we're also going to get RV Joe on with us. And check out our local people here. Support them. Please tell your people to watch this show. If you have any friends, share our page. We'd love for you to come in and support your local businesses as well.
Thanks, everybody. We'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
The Web Design Ninja is your one-stop shop for all things internet. Our dedicated team has been building internet solutions for businesses large and small since 1993. We specialize in creating eye-catching designs, search engine optimization, complex e-commerce, and custom app integration. Whether you need a simple website or a complex e-commerce or phone app, our team of experts is here for you. Give us a call today. We're here to help.
Cognac aged.
No, it's just
That's what you got.
Yep.
What's that?
That's what you got to do. See this?
Oh, I can't do that, man. I got too much going on.
Hey, Hillsborough County pet parents. Is your work life keeping your pup cooped up at home all day? Imagine coming home to a happy, relaxed dog instead of one bursting with pent-up energy. A midday dog walk with Professional Pets Florida is your solution. We'll ensure your pup gets the exercise and socialization they need while you focus on working. No more guilt, no more rushed walks, just a happy, healthy dog every single day. Professional Pets Florida, because your dog deserves the best. Learn more.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey. Good
We're about to
timing.
get in trouble. Yeah, good timing. We're
Thank
about
you.
ready to get in trouble there.
We'd like to thank a few people that help us out all the time with the show and our personal lives too. They're local businesses. They're great stand-up people. Want to start off with Jen Bud with Sensei. Been running her
Yes.
stuff up here for 2 years, and you can barely tell that we smoke when we're here, and then when we're not here, you can walk in and it smells amazing. Also, Ali Serrano Portraits. If you need a photographer, let me tell you, she's amazing.
And you know, she does everything. You know, I had lunch with her on Monday.
Oh, no way.
Yesterday. It was yesterday, yeah. And you know, she does everything. She's got, you know, the headshot stuff. She does the family stuff. She also does a boudoir.
Hold on.
You know,
Boudoir.
for the wives that
Boudoir.
want to, you know, surprise her husband. And yeah, it's
Woo.
after Valentine's Day, but you should still get with Allie. And she, you know, does kind of general purpose stuff, and her work is just freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, she's got an amazing eye. She puts you in a place. She made me look pretty.
You know,
Takes a lot to do that to make me look pretty.
oh yeah,
It really does.
yeah.
She cleaned me up.
I look good automatically,
Well,
especially
you
since
do.
I burned my hair and cut it off.
Want to thank
Doing
JD
better,
Coaching
you're doing
Services, without a doubt, for engineering the show. Also,
Yes.
Michelle hanging out with us tonight. Also,
Running the sound
representative.
effects. We're kind of digging her back there. She's having fun hitting all the little buttons.
Shout out to Pam over at Flip Flop Shop. Best shoes around.
Oh, and I got to go see her before I go to Europe, so
That's
I
true.
get some comfortable flip flops.
I think you should wait and get the wooden shoes.
Oh, there you go.
Pool Kings of Apollo Beach, everyone's favorite pool cleaner and friend. Also, Trisha Pure Romance. They are some local people, and if we forgot about you, we didn't forget about you. We
know
just got to
what?
see your face more often.
Yeah, but you know what? I need to do a couple.
Yeah, you want
shout
shout outs too.
You,
Go
you
ahead.
know, Night's Air always. I got to tell you, man, they have taken care of so many of our friends, and it's the honest AC people. And you know, I think last week my AC went out, and for the first time, I didn't have to call Lee and panic because I'm like, all right, he's going to tell me to do this, this, and this, which I did, and my AC like automatically just started working again perfectly. And another company
They're due
would
to come on the show too.
Yeah,
They're going to come on, I think,
another
next week.
company would have charged you several hundred bucks for that, you know, for stuff that you can do in 5 minutes. And it's just great to see them. I want to thank Chris Falconio. So for those people who don't know Chris, he's got Hammer Down Construction, and he's known as Crown Trim Chris in the community.
Miles.
And he's done miles and miles of crown. And these guys, so he came in, he did my doors and my trim and my crown molding after the hurricane. And they showed up today. We had problems finding a couple doors that were really odd sized, and he had ordered them. And then he didn't lose them, but the manufacturer lost them, and then he had to have them remade.
I remember you saying that.
So they came in and finished all that today. And I had bought new stairs for the attic because my wife was freaking out every time because they like creak and cracked. And I had like boards nailed on the side of them. And they're like, you know, if you're going to do that. So, you know, I'm like, he's like, oh, we'll just throw it up there. I'm like, cool. And I showed up. I had to go pick up a new cigar humidor. I love this thing. It's awesome. I'll have to bring pictures of it. It was the best deal on the planet. Traded a cigar humidor for a toilet. True story.
I traded a QP for a car, dude.
You know, but anyway, so I get there and they're working on it and they trimmed it out and they spent all this time. I'm like, dude, it's just a garage. It's just like stairs going up to the garage, attic, and just the attention to detail that they did. I'm like, wow.
They go the little extra.
It's a little extra. And I had another experience with another one, which we're not going to name, where, we went through and said, this is what I needed. And they quoted a price. And then I'm like, well, what about this and this? Oh, well, we didn't quote that, but I talked about it. And
they did a little under.
And they did a little under. And
over.
It's and Chris, I'm like, oh my God, he took the time to do this and he fixed this and all of stuff that is just, it's attics in the garage, right? It's attic stairs in the garage. And he took the time to put trim around it and all of this, which I expect him just to shoot the bolts into the rafters and, be done with it. And they trimmed it out and they're like making sure it was level and making sure it was, I'm like, okay, that's just top notch. And we want to have him on the show. He's and he also is Tampa Pyro Chris, which he has the best deal on fireworks.
Oh no way! Now we're
second
talking.
to any.
Chris, don't get me wrong. We had some fun 2 weeks ago.
Oh, we did. We had a good time with fireworks.
Also,
when we did the mass
Claudia's
burning.
watching, an international fan and also a superstar in her own right. And go Bucks! See you in a few weeks.
Yep.
Thank you for watching.
I got one for you.
What you got?
Now that we're past the shout outs, and you know me, sometimes I just don't know what we'll talk about. Sometimes I
Right.
We got to get to Big Peaks,
and we're gonna get to James over here for Mr. Swiss Army knife.
We got to get to Big Peak.
Services.
In a long and we'll get there next. Just a little topic of discussion to have something in between. But I was actually talking, I think, Howard about this earlier today, and it was about social media and your presence online. Are you the same person online and on social media that you are in person, or are you totally opposite? Whether you're running a business,
I am.
Whether you're just on social media
it's a very
with no
fine
business,
line.
you're an employee. What are you? Are you the same person on social media? I think for all of
I
us,
think I'm the same dick at work that I am at home that I'm online.
I say people. It was funny. They were talking about the Fauci thing, and we'll go into that after James. But people are like, "Well, you wouldn't." I'm like, "Yeah, I would." I mean, I say exactly what I do on social media as I do in person. The thing is some people go, "Oh, he's an ass." They don't realize that I'm actually a nice guy. They just see
the backstory.
They don't see the whole backstory. Because I don't talk about doing good deeds and stuff like that. I just do what I do.
Yeah, people.
But I am. I think I am who I am. I mean, I don't.
I think all of us say we usually don't care too much what other people think if it's coming out of our
zero
opinion.
care on.
But I will
that.
say this is where Howard and I were getting at with being self-employed or business owners. There are times, even though we don't care, you got to be careful. I'll kind of go out with this one in a nutshell.
Yeah, he discussed this earlier with her.
I'm not going to discuss the post that I saw someone post in a South Fork group. Maybe some other people might have seen it, where a young person was knocking on a door and the person posted something. It went viral.
Kills his business.
And everybody was like,
kills everything.
This is where he works. This is where he works. Almost going back to a little bit more public one where happened a couple weeks, the fisherman thing, the Brock thing. It wasn't them posting anything on social media, but they got caught in the video.
Look at
and dude,
his business is gone. His business is gone.
Life is gone.
Get on the social media platform will kill you.
Well, with that being said,
James McPeak.
James McPeak, everybody. We're South Shore Limited. The only guy that I know that evicted his own mother. I'd like to.
Hey, wait! I evicted my sister. Does that count? Yeah.
No, the mother.
Sometimes family, you have to first.
Yeah.
That was a great lead-in, Andre. Thank you very much. So James McPeak has a fantastic business. In some respects, when you see McPeak, you're either smiling or you should run. James, why don't you tell everybody what you do and how it came about, man?
Well, I started this business, junk removal business, a couple years ago.
Junk in your trunk.
Yep, and it complements my other business. Sometimes we have evictions, and you have to get rid of the junk. So, what better,
Yeah, but you're gung ho with this shit, man. I see you on all sorts of things, just tearing it up. I mean, most guys are like, yeah, I'll carry this out. You're like, okay, let's burn this one.
Oh yeah.
I like the bloopers every once in a while when he gets the bad.
I mean,
10
like
scenario,
I
You've had some wild move outs.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
called me. I've stuff like that, and I hate to bring me into this, but now he gets a perspective of what I really see when I start, do the cleaning and the tile and whatever. And I used to walk in the houses, or I go into a situation, into a factory, and just the sheer level of degradation of these places makes you pop out. You're like,
So how does that? Is it the degradation? Is it? I mean, I understand kind of the hoarding thing, but in general, it's the renters that just don't care, about the prop. But do we see homeowners that don't care? I get there's the older people that can't keep up with it, but are there younger people that?
Well, there's people out there, believe it or not, that have a different way of lifestyle of what they think is clean.
So I remember. So we got into this years ago, where we had a limo driver, and we had our driver, and Stacy was like, "Well, I want this clean, et cetera." And he's like, "Okay, it's all clean." And Stacy's like, "No, it's not." And he's like, "My level of clean is different than yours." And it's like, well, we're the boss. It's our limo.
Clean it.
We want it spotless.
I'll say the biggest
and
thing,
we had loaned it to somebody who used it for a hen party, a bachelorette party. We would never, that was never going to happen again, ever. I'm sorry. People are like, can we borrow the limo? No.
The biggest thing walking into other people's homes, no matter what, is a homeowner gets nose blind. When
I guess
surrounded
so.
by the pets or the smoking or whatever it may be.
Nose blind is
that doesn't
definitely
smack
an issue.
them in the face as a person coming in that place for the first time. Even if and I can say this because I'm Oriental Asian. Even if you go in an Oriental's house,
they're cooking
it might be very spicy.
Oh man, when Vaughn cooked,
or
oh my
curry.
god, that fish stuff.
Curry.
Yeah. So James, so you have rental properties.
Yep.
And you started the junk business when you were cleaning out the rentals, right? Or how did that come about?
Well, you got some properties every now and then where you got to evict some people.
Yeah, I went through it. It took a long time. It's painful to evict people.
Never any, good properties. You got a lot of properties that are in the hood. It's going to happen from time to time. You got to expect it when you purchase that property.
Okay.
So,
it's the name of the game, being a landlord.
Now, what will you take and what won't you take?
We'll take everything.
I mean, you'll take fizzing drums of green goo.
Yeah, we'll take that. As long as we got a place to dump it.
We were just talking. I'm doing a dump run tomorrow because I got a couple of old doors, stuff that we were using temporarily after the hurricane, and I'm like, oh, I got to get rid of the lawnmower. He's like, oh, give it to me, I'll take it. But I'm like, it's that plastic Ryobi. He goes, nah, never mind. It's all plastic.
But, another thing is we're very suburban here. A lot of people, believe it or not, in Florida, not everyone owns a Ford 150. However, if you have a couch or you actually have to get rid of your bedding, people are like, oh, I'll help you. By the time they help you, it's never going to happen. You call him for a few bucks. He takes it to the dump for you. It's out of your house, right?
Yep.
It's a beauty.
Yep.
I mean, that's a lot of your business in town here. Refrigerators, right?
Yeah, we'll take refrigerators.
I'm sure you get some good stuff too.
Yeah. What have you clipped out of there? You're like, damn, I can't believe they left this behind.
Every time you go to one that has a lot of stuff, you fill up a whole trailer, you take some stuff. So the other day I tossed some stuff for a lady. It's actually one of my number one repeat customers. She's third time now in the past 2 years. And I got some nice fire pits. You put a propane tank in there.
Nice.
Yeah. And what else? I got a rain barrel with the on-off valve.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Maybe one day we can talk and discuss this. But I have a friend that also has a dumpster business, a few dumpster businesses. Some that where they just do is deliver the dumpster and that's it.
Yeah.
I got one that delivers a dumpster and also loads. He created another business from the loads because he gets calls and there'll be Blackstones, fire pits, office chairs, cubicles. Like they're like, hey, I just don't have anywhere to put it, and I need to go.
Space is.
And now he has like a little marketplace where he keeps all the stuff.
I wish I would have known. Yeah. I wish I would have known you when I was cleaning out the office after I evicted the dentist. It's I was like, I had to pay a fortune to fricking get rid of this stuff. I would have rather paid a friend.
Even being a realtor, I get stuff sometimes from a seller. Hey, or the buyer, we don't want the washer dryer. Seller's like, I don't want it either.
That's everybody leaves washers dryers.
Washer dryers, stoves.
I got 3 sets right now. So if anybody needs a free washer
all
dryer,
good too. All
I'll
good.
hook you up.
Really? Think about that. If somebody watching the show, literally locally, needs a washer or dryer, reach out to us on the show if you truly need it. You're not going to put it on Marketplace 20 minutes later under some fictitious name. Sorry to have to think like that, but that's the world we live in, guys.
Dude knows anyone with a golf cart? Let me know.
Am I right?
I've seen it over and over again.
amazing.
Stuff I've given away for free.
You've seen.
I turn around and somebody's selling on Marketplace, and the only reason I gave it for free is I didn't want the hassle of dealing with it. But yeah, they turn around, they sell that stuff. Yeah.
That's it. So James, tell everyone how they can get a hold of you and what's the easiest way, text or phone number, or go ahead.
You can look me up on Facebook, hit me up on my personal page, or look up South Shore Unlimited, or give me a call, 813-731.
Or reach out to me or Teo if you ever.
So do you have rentals available now?
Oh yeah, I have quite a few rentals right now.
Okay,
that's what I usually.
So that was the next thing is I've seen people that have been talking about needing a place to rent. James, they always are like, where can we rent something? James, the guy to call on renting,
short-term, long-term?
If you're looking for a place to rent.
About 12-month lease minimum, I think.
Yeah.
What's your
1 year minimum? I don't have a lot of short-term. It just doesn't happen in this area. Yeah. People have a dream they're going to get rich off of short-term rentals in this area. Yes, if you're on the water, but not a house and water set.
Yeah, no.
So, no. But I have
not a house and water set, guys.
You'll get kicked out by the HOA.
Oh yeah.
And the neighbors will rat you out real quick.
And they'll post you on the group pages.
Yep.
that is the thing, man. The whole Facebook thing is like crazy.
Dude, some of these neighborhood groups, and you could go by different neighborhoods and you'll be like, yeah, this one's a little different.
So hey, we want to say happy Easter and happy Passover to everybody as well. Happy holidays, guys. If you're not celebrating anything, happy day to you. Sunday is Easter and Passover's going on. And, since James is here, he can take the trash out with us because tonight I have a little surprise for us. A little breaking news here. Oh. We have some brand new that I've never seen before holiday treats for us to try. Now, this is a part here that I was calling mashing up.
Is that watermelon?
They're mashing up new flavors. And check this out. I'll pass them around.
Dr. Pepper peeps.
That's check these out. Take a look around.
Delicious.
Read the back of it. There you go. Let's everyone take a look.
So we open them?
Open them up. Happy Easter, everybody.
Oh, there's 8,000 calories per.
No carb.
And I got to lose weight so I can go paragliding in the Alps. So I'm going to pass on the pure sugar.
Oh, these smell good.
Okay.
They have the watermelon-y.
All right.
I can smell them from here.
What do you think? Open them up. James.
One serving size is 5 chicks.
Do I grab one?
Really? That's one serving, the whole thing?
So hey, what's everybody doing? What's it? As a Jew for Easter, I'm gonna be the bad guy.
Open them up.
So what's everybody doing for Easter? I'm gonna do the bacon wrap
pink inside
Easter bunny.
All
right, I'm not touching that.
This is my Easter now, guys. So I'm gonna take both of these. So, all right, well, take the. Here. Let me grab one.
This is good.
I'll send them that way, Joe. Can I have one? Thanks.
I can smell the watermelon from here.
It's good.
Watermelon candy smells awesome.
I can't say I've ever tried one of these.
Either have I. They're brand new. But you know what? The whole point is that
I'll eat that whole bag.
They're collaborating.
It's pure sugar.
They're collaborating flavors here to get more market share.
Oh.
Well,
there's not like Peeps have any competition.
They're following Lay's, the path of Lay's. Doesn't Lay's potato
chips
have like every
sugar.
flavor you can?
Yeah,
they have Dorito, Lay's.
I'll go with my old Forester.
They'll have ass flavored chips one day, I'm sure.
This watermelon's fantastic.
That is
This
good.
is fantastic.
It's like pure sugar rush.
Okay, let's try the Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper.
Tastes just like
Again,
Zero.
we don't get paid for any of this, and it's a peep, so we don't have any say in the matter.
That was pretty good, actually.
Oh, I forgot to bring my popcorn stuff.
Um,
I got the movie
I don't know
theater
where this
butter
one-
jelly.
Wow.
I don't know where this one is.
Wow. Wow, this is good. Wow.
Wow.
Pass it.
Wow.
There we go.
What, I'm not saying that. This is they did very well.
Of course,
with it.
Michelle, the tiniest girl on the planet, is like going, "Oh, I'll like suck a couple of these down." Like, where does that go?
That's Michelle, everybody.
Yep,
Mhm.
Andre's beautiful
So what do you
wife.
think about the mashup? Pretty good?
Yeah.
I think they did a good job with it.
Yeah,
I don't
What
know
about
what the original ones taste like at this point. I don't remember.
I don't
That's
know.
good.
I actually don't think I've ever had
What do you
one.
think, Michelle?
So what are you guys doing? Are you guys doing a ham? Or are you doing prime rib?
I don't
Winn
know.
Dixie's got prime rib at $7.99, so I'll be there tomorrow.
Where?
Well, I'm kind
Winn Dixie's got prime rib for $7.99.
Jerome, what are we doing for Easter?
I'm going to do my bacon wrap. I got to do my bacon wrap Easter bunny.
So you're home then.
I saw that.
You're
Yeah,
doing- you're doing-
I'm like tempted because I've been so exhausted with everything, but I did it for shock effect a long time ago. As I bought a couple rabbits
Joe, pull up the
and
picture. It's on Tails' page.
I stuffed them and I posted. No, I was on the closed group.
It's on the close group.
I stuff it with like cornbread stuffing and I
Never
inject
had
it.
rabbit.
So I
That
inject
sounds good.
Cajun butter, crachers or whatever, the Creole garlic butter. You inject it.
Is it like a brown rabbit or white rabbit? Like a water set rabbit?
Yeah, it's like a water set rabbit.
Yeah.
And Powell Meats or the meat markets will have them. And
All right, back to our disclaimer. We are
and
not,
yeah, this is disclaimer time. But and then you wrap them in bacon, and it's super. It tastes kind of like chicken. And I rub it with my rib rub, a little brown sugar, and some my
Sounds good.
my barbecue seasoning.
So you got them from Apollo Meats?
You
Got
can
'em
get
from
it.
his
You can
backyard.
order them from Apollo Meats. Rick's had them at one point. There's the butcher shop down in Sarasota.
So,
Has
so
'em.
can you grill them?
You can grill them. It's better smoked.
or
If you
rabbit stew.
grill them like at
ricochet
a higher
rabbit.
temperature, they'll get a
Boiled
little chewy.
rabbit.
Right.
Because they're
Also
really
rabbit.
lean, but it
Fried
kind of tastes
rabbit.
like chicken.
Ricochet
Everything tastes like
rabbit.
chicken.
Yeah,
Sweet and sour.
it literally tastes like chicken.
Mm.
But yeah, and then I wrap them in bacon, and the bacon juices. Oh, it's awesome. But I do it for shock effect because everyone gets offended with the whole Easter bunny on the grill thing.
Don't-
So
The weirdest thing I've
Oh,
ever eaten
Jason-
was-
Jason's on
we
the
should Call
phone.
him back.
No.
no,
In the meanwhile, though, I also wanted to mention Tampa Bay Sports and Entertainment.
yeah, they've changed.
Change and be on the lookout if you'd like to support the show. If you'd like to be part of the advertising that she does in her magazine, feel free to reach out to Joanne at Tampa Bay Sports Entertainment. She'll be happy to tell you what she is offering on the local and also in the metropolitan Tampa Bay, St. Pete, Clearwater area.
Mhm.
We're going to take a break in about 2 minutes. James can decide to stick around. If not, he's going to fly out the door. We want to thank you for coming out. James, thanks for picking up everyone's trash around here.
Yep.
Thanks for being a great local business for real.
Yes.
And also, every time you're always on time. I have to say, never a bad thing ever said about McPeak. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thanks, James, and good luck with the car.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Tell everyone you bought.
I got a Cybertruck, and I haven't told anybody yet, but now everybody on this show knows.
All right.
Good for you, dude.
The big Tesla.
Good for you.
Congrats,
America,
man.
yeah.
But we're dealing with Tesla's timeline, so they said Tuesday, but who knows?
So this
So
could be
if-
Wednesday.
If I'm Cybertruckless on Tuesday, it's not because I couldn't afford it. It's
If
'cause
you need a car, you can borrow my
Elon.
Jeep. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. We'll catch you in about 3.5 minutes. Tell
You
your
got
friends
it.
to watch.
I happen to be here with Aldo, who's in charge and runs the Cars and Coffee here in Waterset, which is a local phenomenon, which is kicking butt here and is a free event. He's going to tell you all about it. Hold tight.
Guys, my name is Aldo. I run the Waterset Cars and Coffee every second Saturday of the month from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're here every second Saturday of the month at the landing in Waterset.
What's the cost, Aldo?
Nothing. Here's the only thing I'm going to ask.
There you go.
Like cool cars, cool motorcycles. It doesn't matter if it's a classic, an exotic. It doesn't matter what it is. Come here. We need cool cars and cool people. If you're cool, you got to come over here.
You're welcome here.
Second Saturday of the month. Check it out. We have the food truck. We have White Claw. We have the vendors. Free coffee. We always have
love the Aki. You know I'm a Honda guy.
Yes, yes. So check out the Acura NSXs, the Cybertruck, everything. And guys, follow us. Follow us, Waterset Cars and Coffee, in Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Waterset Cars and Coffee every second Saturday of the month, 8 to 10 a.m. Have a great day, guys.
Check them out on South Shore Live, too.
Boom.
Web Design Ninja is your one-stop shop for all things internet. Our dedicated team has been building internet solutions for businesses large and small since 1993. We specialize in creating eye-catching designs, search engine optimization, complex e-commerce, and custom app integration. Whether you need a simple website or a complex e-commerce or phone app, our team of experts is here for you. Give us a call today. We're here to help.
Hey everybody, we're back here in beautiful South Shore, Apollo Beach, where it's about 80 degrees and sunny. Not a chemtrail in the sky, and I say that with a little glee in my heart because I've mentioned it for years, and people thought I was a conspiracy theorist. And then lo and behold, it comes into the news. That being said, once it's been brought up here in the past 10 days, the skies have been absolutely stunning here in a beautiful Apollo Beach. Isn't that amazing how that happened?
So I want to talk about chemtrails for just a second. I'm gonna interact. So years ago, when I was a boat bum, I was in San Francisco, and I was hanging out with the guys at Yacht Club, and they were getting ready to sail they were ready to race from San Francisco to Hawaii. And they're like, Teo, dude, you gotta sail to Hawaii with us. And I'm like, dude, I freaking lost Catalina. I mean, I'm gonna, there's no GPS back then. I mean, I'm old, right? The gray hair, but it was, they're like, it's impossible to miss Hawaii. I'm like, dude, it's a dot. I'm out there for 17, 18 days sailing in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, how was
to
it
Hawaii?
with no GPS?
Hold on a second. Joe, you with us?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, Joe.
Hey, welcome.
Let's bring Joe on,
Yeah,
then
Joe,
we'll come back to the GPS.
His video isn't going to be good. We have him on a dark screen, but Joe, tell everybody, first of all, I want to introduce my friend Joe. Tell everybody who you are and what you do.
I'm the owner of West Coast RV LLC out of Hudson, Florida. We repair, sell, and do some manufacturing and design work.
And warranty work.
Oh yeah, we do all warranty.
Oh yeah.
work. And now with Lazy Days
So talk to us about design and manufacturing of RVs. So you if someone buys an RV, you can modify it to their specifications, etc.
Yes, we can put wheelchair lifts in them. We do all of that stuff. We do custom design work.
You can change out the original setup and change it out from right there on the spot.
Correct.
That's pretty cool.
We also just helped Dometic build a new FreshJet AC unit. It's quiet as the one in your house. If you ever been camping before, you hear that noise all night long. This new one, you don't hear nothing.
So I have a question. So when we got wiped with the hurricane, we looked at buying a trailer and putting it in the driveway. And then thanks to our good friends Bill and Melinda Schumacher, who owned Stoll Construction, they gave us their condo to stay in. But our biggest problem with the trailer was the AC unit was like in the living area. And with my wife doing chemo and everything, we were really concerned about an AC. You know, we wanted an AC unit with an actual vent in the bedroom area. Is that something you guys could have done? So we could have bought a trailer and you guys could have added an AC into the bedroom area of the trailer?
Correct.
Oh man. Okay. Next hurricane.
We even
Hopefully
have-
there's not.
That's
But
our next subject. You're just cleaning up from the last hurricane, and we're going to start talking hurricane prep. What do you think about
Yeah,
that?
we
Joe?
don't want no more hurricanes, please.
You don't want
no.
None.
Oh
My
no.
house finally
Anyway,
just got put back together.
There's still people right now that are still fixing up.
Oh, I still know a dozen people without walls.
Joe, how many homes do you manage and own?
147.
How many of those 147 homes are in tip-top shape right now?
All of them.
There you go.
All right.
This guy's been working since, we became friends and we stay in touch, and you know how it is. And I can see when he's having tough days, and he can see when I'm having tough days. And this dude had a long straight, and he's a workhorse. 5 a.m. He's before, and he stays up later than me. I don't know how you do it, but you're Trump-like. This guy has put in the time, and his business is literally #1 in Florida.
So you do trailers and motorhomes, I'm assuming?
Correct. We do mobile service. We basically do everything to do with a motorhome and a travel trailer, fifth wheel, except engine work. We do not touch engines.
Okay.
Give people your phone number real quick.
727-857-0040.
So when you talk about engines, how about the generators? Do you do the repairs of the generators? Because that's a question we've seen off and on: is who can work on my generator on my motorhome or my trailer?
Yes, we're an owned and certified dealer. We're Yamaha certified dealer. We do all kinds of work on generators, rebuild them. The biggest problem with generators is people do not run them at least 3 hours a month. And
Gotcha.
this
You
is
get all
why
time
they
in
have
there.
That makes sense.
Now,
You know, and that's something we should talk about for hurricane prep. Is all of us with generators. You know, I fire mine up every now and then, and in about another month, I'll fire it up and clean the carb and everything.
I'm having someone come around the house and replug the concrete holes.
Yep.
I don't want to be there and say they're not there like this time. I left it up to somebody else, and I got to tell you what, false sense of security on my end. I didn't do my diligence, and when the time was necessary to step into action, it was harder than it had to be.
Right.
And that's what sucks. If you can put your shutters up on a lovely day with no pressure and friends come over and have pizza and beer, maybe like a beer party, it would be fine. But when you're putting your shutters up, half the time it's freaking raining and windy.
Well,
and shitty.
You know, before we jump into that, are we done with RB Joe? Do we need
No, Joe,
anything else? Joe,
Joe, do you want to stick around for our hurricane prep and who's coming to town?
Yeah, who's coming to town?
Okay.
But
who's coming to town? All right.
Who do we have?
Give me a second. No applause. Thank you. All right, we got some new bands that are coming to town, and it's quite apparent that there's a lot of entertainment for people to see this year. Yeah, it's crazy. He's coming to town. Just give me a second.
Well, Air Supply was the other day. We saw our awesome producer hanging out at Air Supply.
These are guys. The tickets are going on sale this week.
All right, so who we got?
Well, right off the bat, you can also say if you'd want to see him or not. Anyone watching on TV land here, or whatever you want to call this vodcast, and we thank you for watching. Feel free to chime in on who's coming to town. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Would you go see the Misfits?
No.
No.
Joanne, have fun.
Good luck with that one. Uber that one.
There you go.
Would you see Blink 182?
Nah.
Joanne, you'll see any concert. Here's a big one. First time since 2018, Bon Jovi's hitting the road.
Oh, I do that.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Bon Jovi's hitting the road. Anyone online? All right, no. Let's go next. Would you see the Osprey?
Nah.
No.
Would you see Elvis Costello?
No.
No.
He's annoying to me.
Would you see Stevie Nicks?
Yeah.
Yes.
So actually,
Yes.
I got to tell you, I went and saw the Stevie Nicks Fleetwood Mac.
I remember that you invited me to that.
the cover band down at Motorworks in Sarasota.
It's
Dude,
got
they
a lot
were
of material.
Oh, they were awesome, man. They handled the old Fleetwood Mac and the new Fleetwood Mac. Well, new 40 years ago.
Correct.
But I'd see Stevie Nicks in a heartbeat. Oh yeah. Yeah, that music rocks.
Cheap Trick.
Yep.
Cheap Trick's
Yes.
going on tour. 30 Seconds to Mars. I've never heard of them really. Never got into them.
No clue who they are.
No clue. Some music news too. Also, the Who has got to postpone Tommy due to illness.
Oh,
Yeah, we got that going on. And that's who's
give me some
coming to town.
Pinball Wizard.
I
I'd be
mean,
all over that.
If you look, if you look, you can even look here. I hate to do that segue. If you go look at
Tampa Bay Sports and Entertainment,
Tampa Bay Sports Entertainment.com, and you go check it out.
and we should change the little flag on our table.
Yeah, we got to
there.
fix that. We're updating it every day.
Yeah.
It is the entertainment calendar in our area is psychotic. There's like 3 or 4 national events every day in Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater.
Yeah.
It is amazing how much talent, how much culture we get into this town. There's either a hockey game on, a baseball game, a football game, a soccer game, women's soccer, but I mean national level. And then on top of that, there's usually one national act every day of the week here, no matter what, in one of the venues.
Yeah.
Do
Oh my
something
gosh.
7 days a week.
It is
You can
absolutely-
actually enjoy out 7 days a week here.
and we are flooded with fantastic talent.
And everyone thinks we're just old people.
No.
We got every weekend there's some type of pop-up tent market
Oh,
somewhere between here, St.
But
Pete
here,
Fish
but
Hawk.
here in Sam's Club, there's
You
one
know,
every week.
There's
Yeah.
always something. There's car shows. The weather is fab. Boat
Car shows.
shows.
Hey, Waterset Cars and Coffee this weekend, right? It
Fantastic.
was great to be
Oh,
back.
my.
And like 140 cars this weekend.
Yes.
And
Whoa.
and
What-
dude, that
what was-
Maserati. I'm sorry. I'm looking for that paint code.
Wait a minute, boys. Wait a minute. Let's bring this down to my level. This isn't about you.
There was a scooter. There was a scooter at Waterset Cars and
Oh
Coffee.
yeah, I was behind him on the ride in. Oh, your scooter.
Hold on. First class took first in class in 49cc or below category. for 2 months running. Bring it on, guys. I've got the baddest scooter in town.
You do.
All
It's
right.
awesome.
The fact that thing still runs makes me chuckle.
I know.
And then he went out and got one. He's as happy as I am driving his scooter.
Oh yeah.
They're just so fun to drive.
Oh,
Just
they
like
are.
the truck's got to be fun to drive.
Well, and I'm waiting for the judge to bequest one of his scooters to me.
Oh my gosh. So let's talk about Cars and Coffee.
So, Cars and Coffee, blast. Great to see everybody out there.
really is.
I'm in love with that Lamborghini paint coat. I got to see if I can afford that to paint the truck. That
Iridescent.
pearl yellow was unbelievable. Lambos, Ferraris, Porsches, barn finds like my, barn find pickup truck.
There was a nice run of vets there this week. There was
Yeah.
a bunch of really nice vets.
Yeah. And what were there, like 7 Lambos?
Oh man, and it's funny because me and Aldo were talking about Lambos, and let's bring this up because
And,
we're in that
and
same
I've never been a
category.
Lambo fan. I mean, I
So-
drove a
Aldo
Lambo as
needs
a
to get on
rental
the show.
when I had the Ferrari.
So I dropped off the Corvette because we had soccer for Juicy. That
Right.
started at 8.
Yep, and you were
And-
next to me.
And the car show starts at 8. So I said I'll drop off the car. It's funny because I dropped off the car, spoke to Aldo later. I was like, listen, dude, how is it when these days you pull up to a car show before it even starts and there's already 2 Lambos?
I know.
Yeah, right.
And I remember me and Aldo were talking about, we're like, yo,
Damn.
you remember when we were like in our teenage years? If you saw a Lambo,
Saw one.
It was
It
a
was-
chance of a lifetime. When I drove when I had the Ferrari and it was
Yeah.
in for service and they loaned me a Lambo years and years ago, it was like unheard of, I mean, it was
were the
most
talk of the
it was
town.
the most
Everyone knew who you
uncomfortable.
were.
And we talked about it when you first started
Yes,
your exotic car stuff. I'm like, yeah, I remember my Lambo, and people were like, my God, you had a Lambo? I'm like, Well, I had it as a loaner, and it was the most uncomfortable car I ever drove because of my size. I don't fit in a
But you
Lambo.
look great in it, Tim. That's all that
I
matters.
look good in the
I think
Ferrari.
everyone does. Yeah.
You know, and
How is this car for you? Is it comfortable?
oh, totally comfortable.
Perfect.
Yeah, tons of headroom, tons of
Nice.
leg room. That's why I bought it.
But at the end of the day, the Cars and Coffee, all makes and models are welcome.
Yep.
We don't
Any shape,
McLaren,
any shape or size.
But there were several
Trucks,
millions of dollars.
Cars.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Yeah, you counted up the cars there.
Oh,
had to be
well, you know what?
There were a
7,
couple
10
cars
million
that you know,
I'm
two
gonna-
cars would be $1 million.
I'm going to
Without a
tell you
doubt.
this too, and I'm just going to stick up for this because I'm on the insides a little bit of it.
Oh, boy.
And so it's in Waterfront, which is a nice neighborhood. It's at their primary spot, their hub here called The Landing. And, you know, we try our best not to have anyone rev their cars, their engines, or go
Hey, but
crazy.
boys will
like
have their
that.
toys and girls.
But I'll
will
be
have
honest with
theirs
you, no
too.
matter where and no matter what, you're always going to have someone that complains.
Yeah.
So
Really?
someone complained
Yeah.
that at 6:45 a.m. when the car show don't even start till 8, someone was revving. So we already know that was
Yes,
probably exaggerating. But here's the opposite.
Hold on a
end.
second.
Well, here's the opposite. end.
Because I got
the
there at a
thing is,
quarter
I
of
know
8.
who
I
it
got
is.
there at a quarter of 8.
I want to know that
And
too.
there were like
I know
15 or
it's-
20 cars when I got there at quarter 8. You had just pulled up.
I know it's a lady that's doing the same complaints. But here's how it is. I told the guys, I was like, guys, don't even worry about it too much. We're gonna calm down with that. But I said, if there was no noise, then you're gonna get a complaint saying your car show must suck. We don't ever hear anything.
You're right.
I mean, and my vet, when I would bring the vet, my vet was very loud.
Cool.
Like your vet is very loud.
My scooter's pretty loud too, boys. Let's face
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I like to scare things when I'm driving, like
Yep.
like rabbits and squirrels.
But Cars and Coffee, man, it's a great event.
It is
and
amazing.
everybody's like equal, right? It doesn't matter if you
Oh,
drive
there's
my
no ego there at all,
$4,000
dude.
barn find versus a
Yeah.
$300,000
Zero ego at Cars and Coffee.
Maserati. We sat and we chatted as if we're exactly the same, you
I'll
know?
tell you the wonderful thing about the car show, and I'll be honest with you. I know this is why years ago Aldo said he wanted to start this with Corey and have me help a little bit with the sponsorship and stuff. It's you have all walks of life, different walks of life there. I'll tell you, for example, you have us regular humble people to your executives, to your business owners, to your club owners or strip club owners, pastors that all go there. I will tell
They
you
like
for
cars.
a fact,
Who doesn't like a nice
one
car?
person I've rubbed shoulders with alone has a $1.5 million watch collection. But you would never know because they're nice.
That's Florida.
It's like cigar guys, you know,
Look how you're
cars and
dressed, look how
cigars
you're
are
dressed.
like the
But look
equal.
how I'm dressed. Look how you're dressed. Cargos, flip
The
flops,
cars bring all walks
all
of life
together.
together.
Brings it all together.
The
We're all brought
cars
down.
to the little kids to everything. The cars bring everybody together,
Coffee time.
including free coffee.
Hey, there we
Hey,
go.
it's time for Zach. It's our favorite comedian.
So Zach, I need when's your next show? Because I want to go and talk about my invention, but we'll do that only on the comedy.
Zach,
Yeah.
update?
How you doing, guys?
Are you in the tub?
I'm in the tub. You guys know I got
Is that
a
Zach or
busy.
Ron Jeremy though?
Listen, party downstairs, party up top. Yeah, man, I gotta.
Don't
I'm
prove
doing,
to us.
I'm doing a bunch of shows coming up. I should have had my.
Apparently, you're doing an OnlyFans show in about 5 minutes, dude.
Dude, hey, listen, I'm giving the people of South Shore a little taste, and you can find my OnlyFans account at Zach Stein Comedian, OnlyFans.com. I don't know. I've never been on the old OnlyFans.
Just don't stand up. All right.
Don't stay. Well, I'm hoping I don't drive
And
this.
ladies
phone-
and gentlemen,
this phone
Zach,
here,
Zach,
but
take a bow.
take about. Yeah, you guys like that, wouldn't you?
Nope.
Hey, what was I trying to think? Oh, so April 26th, actually, which is next Saturday, I'm doing a theater show in Newport Richey. They got a beautiful theater on Main Street in
theater.
downtown Newport Richey. It's called Cops, which means Comics of Pasco. It's, I believe, 6 of the best comics in that whole area that we have to offer. It's, again, a beautiful theater, balcony, mezzanine, and all that stuff. So I'll be there on the 26th. Got a bunch of other things coming up at Clearwater Comedy Club. I'll be there on Friday, May 23rd. I got a lot of weeknight shows, but I won't bore you guys to death with that. And yeah, just doing the thing, man. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Right?
Yeah.
Cops.
Because
Comedy of Pasco.
Okay.
Oh, because he easily could have done the billboard for that other one.
That's what I was
When's
Yeah.
the next time you're in our neck of the woods?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that,
come
man.
and
I
keep
had
rest.
I had that venue. We're gonna have to find a different venue to continue Comedy Slam for our fourth one. Talk to a couple people. That'll be. Oh, there you go. That's it right there. Comics of Pasco. That's Stefano Capicato. He's the booker. He's the big guy.
Okay.
He's the one that puts it all together.
What happened with the last venue? I was going to ask. They don't want
emotional damage.
Did
Emotional
you grow out of
damage. I don't want to talk business and bore you guys.
No,
to
did
death,
you
but
grow
just
out of
wasn't
it?
a good fit,
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We could do one in our backyard.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to. That's
We do my house.
It was
your
always a
house.
free show. We're
party
trying to
place.
bring fun to the people. We'll do it in Teo's backyard, man. We'll do it with the mask.
Yeah, at the
party.
bar, the boat
We'll get
blender
the
bar.
pits set
I
up.
was going to say we do it in the backyard, and we could figure something out and have a select group of guys, kind of like a MTV Unplugged thing.
We
have
can
a
do
few
that.
comics in and promote them and have a nice day, and then
I like it. I like
Yeah.
And we have bring people in for dinner and drinks.
it. And we have a
And then-
hot
and
tub.
then-
Yeah.
Well, I
easy.
mean, as you can
That
tell,
next
I'm
2
hot
weeks,
tub
Zach,
ready.
for real.
So if there's
We
a
should
hot
do that.
tub, I'll be
We
there.
could do my party.
Absolutely.
My backyard.
It's perfectly
it-
set up for that.
It's perfectly set up. We got seating for about 35, 40
I didn't
people.
want to invite people. to
Very
the
good.
house, but
Relaxed
you're
dress
really
code.
cool.
I'm
Mi
hoping.
casa, su casa, man.
Well, literally, my casa, three casa.
Hey, and I want to tell the
Yeah.
people of South Shore. I heard Teo
Yeah.
talking about getting in a Lamborghini and how it won't work for him. Homeboy is freaking tall, man. Did you play offensive line for community
this guy, he's
college?
no
Like,
joke.
dang.
Yeah, nose tackle.
He's on my
Nose
kickball
tackle,
team.
stuffing up the middle, clogging the gaps. That sounds about right.
Yep.
Well, gentlemen, I do have to go. I'm going to a sports bar tonight. I got a show as well. I'm always on the go.
Cool.
I'm sending you guys the best of luck and love, and appreciate your support to the people of South Shore, Apollo Beach, all the other encompassing areas. I'm Zach Stein. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook, Zach Stein Comedy. And yeah, maybe we'll hop in the tub together one day.
His next event's going to be called "Don't Drop the Soap."
Don't drop the soap.
We'll see you real soon.
Hey, whatever
See
it
you,
takes
brother.
to get butts in the
Happy
seat.
Be good.
my friend.
Appreciate you
Happy
guys.
Passover.
Oh yeah, Hag Sameach Pesach to you guys as well. Take care.
You got it.
I
See you.
got
Bye.
Thank you, Michelle, for making that one squeak right in there. Literally. So we're having some fun tonight. Anything you want to wrap up with, Mr. Tay?
So hey,
Crap.
let me finish the thing
Okay,
on
go.
before the hurricane prep. So you talk about the chemtrails. So I'm like, dude, I'm gonna lose Hawaii, right? How do you sail a boat? No GPS, right? There was Loran, and they're like, it's impossible. My friends are like at the yacht club. They're like, dude, it's impossible to miss Hawaii. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man. I'm in a little 46-foot boat in the middle of the freaking ocean. It's impossible to miss Hawaii. And they're absolutely right. Because when you get out there,
Where in Hawaii do you wind up? You could, you could be on the other side of Hawaii.
no, you just follow the jets.
Okay.
When you're like, 10 days out in the middle of the ocean, you just sit back, puff your cigar, grab your scotch, and you go, oh crap, I'm like 5 degrees off the starboard, and adjust the wheel, and it guides you right into Honolulu Airport. You see the jets for literally 7 days in advance. You just follow, and it was the same way.
Contrails, those are different. Those are concentrated trails. The chemtrails actually expel stuff.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
following planes, and so that's how I navigated for years. People are like, oh my God, you're not afraid? I'm like, no. And it was the same way. Like you'd see Sydney or Auckland, and the Manila in the Philippines, and then Hong Kong, which is like playing Frogger. That actually had to be the scariest part of sailing.
Frogger.
It was scarier.
We're gonna play a game when we're done.
It was scarier sailing in Hong Kong Harbor than going through Hurricane
bet.
Hugo, flipping the boat in the hurricane.
I bet.
It's
That's just crazy.
Hong Kong was probably the scariest port in the planet to
That's like James
sail
Bond
into.
scary shit.
Oh yeah, there's like freighters and junks every which way, and there is no right of way. It's just like, oh my
Complete
God, I'm about ready to
lawlessness.
get splattered
This
at
guy's
any
having
second.
dinner right there.
I'm like, oh, I wish I had the Miami Vice, Scarab to like hit the throttle and get the hell out of there. But yeah, so the contrails / chemtrails, great navigation aid when you're out in the middle of the ocean. But hurricane prep, people,
Yeah, man. It's never too early.
Brad Carter, I think, posted it today. An awareness. Now we have a lot of people that moved here. And no matter how many times I post or talk about it, I'm like, put your shutters up now so that you know where all your nuts and bolts and your hardware, and make a map and, write on it with a Sharpie what's what.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody does it.
Have
and
the
then
parts you need,
and then
the
2
extra
days before the
bits.
storm, everyone's freaking out, and everyone's like, "Who has wing nuts or who has this?" And I'm like, "I buy extra parts every freaking year." And I thought I was more prepared. And then the other thing is going through the house and taking an inventory of everything. And I got it. That was a lifesaver. Losing all this stuff.
You want to take this camera that
in
you
there.
have, walk around your house, open every drawer, open your closet, step back,
And-
show
and- and
everything.
by
your
the way-
car, your roller skates, they all cost
And
you
name
money.
and name the brands, right?
Spalding
You know, you
basketball.
pull out your shirts. You
Good
go, okay,
call.
these are Tommy Bahamas, these are Ralph Lauren, etc. Because otherwise, insurance is like, okay, you got 5 pairs of jeans.
Right.
Well, there's a difference between
Member
freaking
Mark
Walmart,
jean
Member Mark,
and Levi's.
and Levi's,
$38
and
difference.
Polo or whatever, and you need that when you're fighting with insurance.
Yeah.
I could not believe how evil insurance was, and the lack of compassion.
Insurance
And they act like, oh, we're here to help you. I'm like, dude, seriously?
They're there to help close the claim.
They're here to close the
That's
claim
it. They're here
the
to-
lowest level
at the lowest level possible.
and screw you as much as possible. So I got to tell you, that was a lifesaver, because even though we took pictures of everything, we didn't take pictures of everything when we had so many people helping us. And by the way, if anyone's thank you. I cannot thank all my friends and everybody enough for everybody that helped us. We couldn't have gotten through this without you. And I mean that from the dearest of my heart and the deepest of my heart. I walked in at one point in the house, and there were 3 people I had never met in person, had met them over the phone or over Facebook, and they showed up to help us, pick up and clean and
It's amazing.
and drag
There's
stuff out.
still some good
But
people in this world.
but we weren't able to take all the pictures that we thought. And so I was able to, we had some issues with the contents. They were like, oh, well, this. And I'm like, no, we have all this.
Right. And if you didn't have
And I
pictures-
had all those videos. So I was able to say, screw you. Here's a video.
Bruce had a picture of your carpet.
Yeah, exactly. Because we
And they were
forgot to
giving
take
you
a
nothing
picture
they
of
were
that
giving you
rug.
nothing for that rug. You're like, no. This was an expensive rug. I know someone with a picture that was taken 3 days ago.
And I had sworn we had taken pictures of the rugs and the runners, because I know we drug them out. We put them on the driveway to take a picture, but I didn't have a picture of it. I don't know how I didn't have a picture of it. I got distracted in all the stuff that was going on, and I didn't take a picture of those rugs. And Bruce, when they came and cleaned that stuff, they in an attempt to salvage it, in the end it wasn't salvageable. But he had taken pictures of that stuff, and thank you, South Shore Clean and Supply, for taking care of that. But I had videos of like the bathroom stuff as we were pulling stuff out. Well, I had taken a video before the storm, opening up the cupboards and doing that, and things like all the stuff we'll never use again, right? Shoe polish. Well, I had a video of like 40 some things of shoe polish, which, it still goes on our insurance so that we can help offset it. And $7 and something is what each one of those shoe polishes. So there was like $400 worth of shoe polish that we were able to claim to help offset the other stuff. And that's just you have no clue the stuff that you have, and it makes sense just to, and it took like 45 minutes to video my entire house. And I did a video for each room. I put it in the cloud. I uploaded those videos in the cloud. And each one was like 10 minutes. And it was awesome, because then once we did our spreadsheet, we would play the video of that room and go, oh my God, we missed this, we missed this, we missed this, we missed this. And having that was evidence. And we finally got our check Friday. So it's been, after all these months, we finally got our insurance check on Friday. And I feel for those people that are still in the middle of everything.
Did it cover everything?
I'm okay with it.
You made it work.
I bought this house 20 some years ago, knowing that we would get leveled by a hurricane. And I had always prepared for that. I've always kept a fair amount of money in savings for this. One thing on the hurricane prep that I was shocked at was we have a home equity line of credit that we don't really use, and it's just there, right? It's a $50,000 line of credit. We were blessed. We bought well below our means, so we basically don't have a mortgage. And people are like, why didn't you buy a bigger house or whatever? Well, no, I want to be comfortable. I want to be house rich, not
I
house
love when
poor.
people ask you why you buy it. Like,
First of all, what business
were you
is that
living in
yours?
my house? Right?
You know,
when people
well, you've
ask
been
that question,
my
right?
I think I have a great
I
house.
love your house,
I think
bro.
I have a great house.
Your house would
Your
be,
house
I'd be
is-
outside 90%
Your
of the
house
time
reminds
anyway.
me of I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah,
You know, you
it
walk in
is.
there and say, "Da-da-da-da."
Yeah.
And you
No,
walk in, it's
going
got
to that. I
that
love when people
Florida-
say that. They always say,
People are like, why don't you have a bigger
quintessential
house or whatever? I'm
Florida.
like, I got 2,000 square feet.
One
It's totally
floor.
fine.
You got the glass doors. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just the quintessentials, 80s, 90s. What you pictured, you went to someone's house in Florida is your house.
Right.
They got it from someone in the 60s.
Yep.
You know, it's
It was
just-
built in
There you
1975
go.
with modern kitchen, bathroom, and floors.
No, it's
I don't
spread
have.
out really
I got
well.
rid of the shag carpet. You know,
You should've
25
kept the
years
shag.
ago.
Should've kept that.
I got rid of that 25
Should've
years
kept
ago.
it.
I should have.
1,500 square foot outdoor area.
Yep.
At least you should have done the walls
Yep.
with it. Kept it for the walls.
There we go.
That would
Yeah.
have been hot. You ever see that?
So our house on Jekyll, when we bought the house on Jekyll, we had the like Florida room, which then we turned into a great room. But at the time we bought it, it had one of those yellow fire pit, the round.
Oh no, wait! The Price is Right fireplace.
Yeah, the Price
I
is Right.
always wanted one
yeah.
of those.
So we had that right in the den, or the Florida room.
How cool was that?
And I totally miss it because we have this huge great room now in the house there, which is great for entertaining. And we're doing a thing and I want to do a shout out for Mothers of Veteran Suicide. Crystal, a friend of ours, Crystal and I, we've been friends for many, many years, and a good friend of ours passed away, unfortunately, veteran suicide. And so we're big supporters, Stacy and I, and then Crystal and Big Sexy Brian, complete with his stalker best friend who's stalking my friend Marianne now.
However, she's pretty. So
No, on Facebook. So they friended on Facebook, and then immediately, and Marianne posted today because he went and liked like every picture of her.
Everything.
And I'm like,
everything.
okay, that's like stalker.
It's like, dude.
So I'm like, Big Sexy. But anyway, so we're big supporters of Mothers of Veteran Suicide. That's kind of our charity right now. And so we're going to have the moms for a retreat at our house at Jekyll, and it's great because we have this big great room. But I do miss that fire pit. We had that yellow metal.
It looks so futuristic.
It was like it's like the bottle. It's like the
Logan's
round.
Run.
It's like the round thing, and we had cushions around it.
Oh my gosh!
And because it was from our house at Jekyll, I think was built in the early '60s. So. And we've been blessed that we have not been massively affected by a hurricane. I mean, we did have a tree in the living room at one point after Matthew, I think.
I also wanted to mention,
but it's that style. But I would actually do that here somehow if I could find that. It'd be a cool little fireplace to put.
Go out and get a case or two of water. Get it now.
Oh yeah.
Get it now.
So
Spend
what
the
we do
$5
now
and put it in the corner of your garage.
So what we do is, and I do it next month, right? So I will do it in May. I will buy 8 cases of water. Now we have 3 right now, and come May I will have 8. And as we use them, because we have people, we entertain a lot, so I always keep water in the bar fridges and stuff.
Not you, Teo. You never comes to your house.
And every time we reduce one, we add one. I do the same with toilet paper and paper towels.
Woo-hoo.
I buy 2 of those big toilet paper things from Sam's Club.
Bundle up.
When I get below half of one, I buy a replacement. So, like when the pandemic happened, or the plandemic, I had plenty of toilet paper. And we do the same thing. When I get half, I buy the big thing of paper towels. When I get, you have the other paper towels, but when I get half the rolls down, I buy another one, and I just replenish them. I rotate them. So when it's hurricane season, when a hurricane comes, I don't have to go buy water or anything else. And then
Go buy your water
I have
now.
8 cans of gas. I have 8 5-gallon cans that I keep in the shed, and I do it for the boat. And then when I replenish it, so I just always keep it full.
It's always get that fresh.
And I'm not out panicking when all the storms coming. The other thing is my shutters are labeled.
That's a good move.
And they're stacked accordingly. And I bought them about a month ago. I bought extra wing nuts because I brought stuff over for your house.
Yep.
And so I picked up extras just because I don't want to be the guy without the hardware
parts.
to put up the shutters when it's time. The other thing I will do now that I have not done in a long time is I will buy 8 tubes of the peel and seal caulk, because now I will. So back in the early 2000s, I used expanding foam and I sealed all my doors and stuff, but you have to peel it off. But now they have that peel and seal caulk. And
you have a massive erection.
Well, thank you.
Wow. Well, thank
Some good
you.
stuff. Where do we get that?
That's good to
Where do
know.
we get that?
I guess I'll just shift my leg over here then.
Yeah.
And I'll do something like this.
But I'm gonna buy 8 tubes of that, so that if we have another Helene type deal, I will caulk all my sliders and all that kind of stuff.
Well, also too, I wanted to mention to Andre here. Hurricanes, filters. You're in this business now for 6 months.
Oh yeah.
Where do you think that's going to tie in with the filters and stuff after something happens in someone's house? They should.
You know what? I'm going to give you an example actually, and this may hit.
You got 1 minute.
So long story short, I just did a client's home yesterday in Dunedin.
Okay.
$4 million home.
Nice
Got
house.
flooded. Let's just say water was up to the golf cart steering.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. He's renovating a $4 million home.
Why wouldn't he?
Obviously, and he has the means to do so, but still hurts everyone. It hurts everyone. Vehicles. He had a early 1900s. Let me tell you, I can't tell you the year. Model T in his garage.
Right. So I had a 1929 Model A for many years. I didn't have it, but
gone
yeah.
from the storm. He said that the Model T was the same age as the year as the house.
Okay.
So in the early 1900s.
24 maybe.
So he's renovating.
Yeah, the Model A was my Model A was 1929. So Model T was before that. So
Correct.
1920.
Yeah.
24.
Up to, it could have been as back as
What
like
did it start?
1910.
1916, I think, was kind of the heyday.
They started banging through.
For like 8 years. So like,
And so with the AC
call it
scenario,
1920.
with the AC scenario, AC vents and everything, and even with him not living there since the storm, getting it renovated, his vents are rusty.
Gross.
So
the actual vent itself
Right.
are
The moisture.
rusty. He had an HVAC company come to the house to flush things,
And this is what you're
and
talking about. Check this out,
maintain,
guys.
and signed up for a service from the AC company to do the cleaning, the vacuuming, the sucking, the getting rid of everything. And he says, "Hey, while you're there, please change the air filters." All right. I go there to change the air filter from all this that he had going on in there, and I'm like, "Yo, one of your air filters is the wrong size."
That was the one that they taped in, right?
Put it in there and taped it in, and he's like, he wouldn't tell me, but he's like, "That's
pretty crappy."
That's amazing."
But you know,
I actually hired an HVAC company to come here, Andre, right after the storm. They're the ones that changed it. Tape the thing in there, like $4 million home.
How much was it off? Like an inch or two at each way?
4 inches.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you imagine of how much still with the false sense of security that guy
Well,
had? That,
so
hold on a
let-
second. 10% of the airflow of that house, no matter what, was never filtered.
They
So
couldn't if he's not living in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have changed mine 5 times
Since October.
since December.
Okay. That's a lot.
So 5 times I've changed them. And for all of us that watching, and a lot of the audience here has had hurricane damage, and I bet no one has changed them as much. And and I, because of you on the show, I'm like, I better check. I'm like, oh, that's gone. And I bought a case. I bought a dozen of them.
Yeah.
And part of it is because mine are 24 by 24, which, believe it or not, Lowe's doesn't stock 24 by 24. 20 by 20 they do, or 24 by 20, but 24 by 24, it's like, damn, I got to buy online. I mean, I can't buy them.
For the random
As much as I'd like to buy local, I'm like, I can't believe I can't get them at Ace or Lowe's or Home
That's
Depot.
when we discussed it. That's the biggest thing, is having inventory of having the right filter for the right time. It's very tough.
You know, at Jekyll, I buy we have 7 different sizes at Jekyll because of the way that we've added on the house and everything. And so we just buy a dozen of each every time. But I cannot believe how dirty my filters have been. I mean, I'm changing them every 3 to 4 weeks, and I'll change them again probably tomorrow. Now that we had the rest of the trim and everything put in.
Company or anything, because we're past the 1 minute.
No, you're good.
I want you to promote the company.
Standard wise, just standard living. I personally and professionally would say you need to change your filter if you're living in the home full time, you need to change it once a month.
Yeah, that's about right.
Minimum. And I will tell people, change it if you're doing yourself with the cheapest filters, the ones that breathe the most. If you're doing it every month, you're good. If you get the nice MERV level 8s and things with the metal and aluminum in them, they're actually hurting the breathing of it's like your lungs. You got something blocked.
My AC seems to run more. When I bought the more expensive filters,
it works harder.
It seemed to work harder.
It works so much harder.
It's almost funny. I'm going to work on some marketing material and advertisements, but I told Michelle we got to come up with 3 levels. Your first level is your normal anal type of person that's fully living in the home monthly. Your secondary is your every 60-day, 90-day air filter person. They're like, and then you got the ones that I don't care people, or the ones that don't live in the home 6 months.
Well, I used to do it like every 4 months,
but it also affects your electric bill.
But I can't believe how dirty they get, and like this time of year, right? So at my house, my doors are open, my windows are open. We run the AC at night, but for the most part, our house is pretty much open for another couple of weeks. And the amount of dust and dirt, it was, so we painted the front door the last 2 days. So we were almost done with the painting. We had to put cardboard up against the screen in the front just to knock the dust down so that we could get the door painted. And it's a screened in front porch with a real fine screen. And I gotta get pressure washer Joe because I want to put those kick weights in.
What we're now seeing, since we're doing this too, is we're not duct cleaning, but the vents. Sometimes we even have to pull the vent off, unscrew it, and clean it.
So I bought on Temu actually this cool little it's like the
Venetian brush, blind brush.
Yeah, but it's a blind brush. I actually bought it on Temu.
I feel so dirty, Teo, now.
The embarrassing thing I wanted to say,
but it was like $3, and it actually works really well. It fits in there, and it's like the Swiffer thing, but it was like $3. And it's perfect for the vents because I'm amazed how much damn dirt is in there. My vents can't be cleaned because they're
you'll be amazed
foam.
By this. You've seen me post this a few times. It's getting to be like second nature, going all over the place and just looking.
Oh yeah,
restaurants.
Oh,
filthy.
Oh my
The
goodness.
registers are gross.
I'm like, wait a second.
Bakeries, horrible. Pizzerias, horrible.
Some of these restaurants are waiting in line.
Dude, there's a restaurant in town, and I looked up, and I'm like, I don't want to sit there. I want to sit over here because there's like hair. I mean, there's like crap that's gonna fall out of that on my.
But living here, we have everybody getting their roofs put on and all that. If I don't
the
wash
dust from a roof is unbelievable.
If I don't wash my lanai down at least once a week, it's dark. I mean, it's black dust, and that's all in the air here. The construction, the roofing, the new construction homes. And I'm not doing this to to bolster his business here, but quality of air is important. Just because you don't see it, it's a false sense of security. And getting your if you want a clean house, filters, cleaning your floors, cleaning your ducts, cleaning the biggest one is the dryer duct. You should keep that thing clean once a year. If you don't have that thing clean once a year, you're asking yourself for problems.
In the dryer duct. So we put a new dryer in, and this is something that's a trip. So we changed that filter. We pull the lint out of the lint trap, and we've had people that have come over and used our that have lived with us or stayed with us, and they had no clue that there's a lint trap in the
Yeah.
dryer. I'm like, how do you not know that? I
Well,
even
that'd be
knew
home
that as like
economics
being a boat
101.
bum. But they don't. No one teaches that stuff anymore. And I think
Life
in the world,
101
in
by
the world
Tano
of
and Howard.
in the world of participation trophies, people don't have their kids cut the lawn anymore. People hire housekeepers, which I do because of my wife, and I don't want her to worry about cleaning the house, so we have a housekeeper take care of that. And
Just do it.
and we still, I mean, our house is cluttered, but it's clean. But we've gotten into this realm of, particularly in this town,
service laziness.
I mean,
Service
I don't.
laziness.
I'll pay a kid to cut my lawn, but I don't want to hire a lawn service just because I feel
You want to encourage you want to encourage that hometown spirit.
Even at 60 years old, I feel like, okay, it's a total cop out for me to not cut my own
Sure.
damn lawn. You know.
Put it this way, Terry. Do you remember, or kid would come to your house and be like, "Hey, I'll take the ice off the snow off your driveway for $5-10, mister." You're like, "Yeah, sure, go right ahead." Now they come into your house, "Sir, I'll clean your driveway for $45 or $75," and you're like, and you're like, "You're really not helping me out here, kid. You're kind of exploiting the situation." I'll do it myself at that point.
Right. And hey, I want to give a shout to Robbie. So Jolie Mansfield with Costa Living Realty and Robbie Massengill. They live a couple blocks away. And I was trying to set up the little fire pit for our mass burning. And
which is terrific, by the way. You should also check it out on South Shore Live on my personal page. Our masking burning April 5th.
And I felt bad because I wanted to put the cinder blocks from the lands. I had some extra landscaping blocks, and due to my surgery, I couldn't lift them. The doctor was he still is. I'm not supposed to lift more than 5 pounds. And next thing I know, there's a kid at my door ringing the doorbell, going, "Yeah, my dad sent me down here. You need to move some stuff and do some lawn stuff." And you got to give kudos to those parents that are instilling their kids. Hey, we have a neighbor that needs a little help. Go help them.
I had one yesterday with the couch.
And I paid him, and Robbie's like, "You shouldn't have paid him." I'm like, "No, I was happy to pay the kid, but I'm just absolutely in love with these kids." That sounds bad, but no.
Take two, cut.
Yeah, cut. Disclosure. No, if a kid wants to work, I will hire a kid any day of the week, because that taught me work ethic as a kid. I had a paper route when I was 9. Now it's too dangerous for a 10-year-old kid to be.
No, not just that. Who the hell reads the paper now?
Yeah, well,
even the ones they throw at you throw right out.
They keep calling me. Yeah, Tampa Bay Times keeps calling me. I'm like, no, we got rid of the parrot. The parrot, we don't need the newspaper for the parrot anymore.
I read all my news on Facebook.
All right, guys. I think it's time to wrap it up. I want to thank you guys. First of all, big shout out to our friends here at Tampa Bay Sports Entertainment. We want to thank everyone.
Send it my way.
We want to thank our friends at Bizzy Box for coming on the show. Also, Zach the comedian. Also, RV Joe. He had a really bad connection. I wanted to step in that too. If you have any problems with your RV, he's not super local, but he's not that far away, and he's truly voted by the industry as #1 in Florida. So he will diagnose that because his name is on every transaction.
And that is cool.
He's #1.
I wish I would have known that before the hurricane.
Who else was on the show tonight? Zach
the
comedian,
of course.
Joanne Duran behind the console, and she is JD Coaching. You can check her out as well. Also, Michelle behind the sound effects.
Thank you for all those sound effects. You're
Also, of course,
there.
my friend Andre Ciapetta from the Airfilter Company. And of course, the mascot who comes down 5 minutes after the show starts, Charlie the Bones. Check us out next week, and also feel free to tell your friends to watch the replay. Also, like the show, share the show. If you'd like to be on the show remotely, we can do it. come into the studio that's been upgraded again, thanks to you guys watching.
Yes.
We'll see you real soon, and check out these commercials. Thanks. Good night, everybody. Go Bucks.
Thank you.
Web Design Ninja is your one-stop shop for all things internet. Our dedicated team has been building internet solutions for businesses large and small since 1993. We specialize in creating eye-catching designs, search engine optimization, complex e-commerce, and custom app integration. Whether you need a simple website or a complex e-commerce or phone app, our team of experts is here for you. Give us a call today. We're here to help.